Welcome to my tutorial on how to build 5 different types of onion gardens, onion farms in Minecraft. Now, the first thought is probably, where are the onions, right? Minecraft doesn't have onions. Well, actually, this is an onion plant. This right here, the allium flower, is the top part of an onion plant. And so I thought to myself, it'd be really interesting to make some onion gardens, right? And so here we are. So I've got a few different ideas. I did a little bit of research on how you make like an onion garden in real life. And so the first thing I'm going to start out with, we're going to need a hoe. Just to make tilled farmland, or I guess we can grab that from up here. Perfect. Farmland. Gonna need some farmland. We're gonna need water. And so we're just gonna start, let's just dig out a very basic plot of land, right? Something like this, with water in the middle. Now, so farmland will only become a dirt block if you let it get dehydrated. So this one has the potential to revert back to dirt. But these will be just fine unless I do like that and jump on it, right? And so if we can keep all of these hydrated, they'll stay as farmland. As long as we don't, jump on them. But they'll stay as farmland. And we can plant flowers on top of them. Like so. We can plant flowers on top of these. And then we have a nice looking little onion garden. And so then, it's a garden. You want to keep pests out. We can put up a fence. And so let's do spruce, just because spruce looks kind of nice. And so one way that I like making fences personally is if you've got, an odd number like this, and you do fence posts like this every other block here, and then you put in gates in between them. It looks just a little bit nicer, just a little bit different from, I guess not nicer, both of these look fine. It just looks a little bit different. Just looks a little bit different, a little bit, cleaner, more detailed. Not quite sure what to call it, but it looks nice. I like it. And then of course, we can decorate this just a little bit, right? Maybe add some lanterns. What I really like to do, another thing I like to do, is I'll grab a slab, and I'll grab a wall. Let's grab this mossy wall. I think that'll look really nice. Put the slab here. Wall, lantern. Now you've hidden the water, so you don't accidentally fall in it. But it's going to keep all of these blocks nice and hydrated, and you've got a little bit of decoration, and you could even probably take these away. Yeah, so that looks really nice. Maybe, add a little archway to get in, and that looks really nice. It looks really cute. The next type of onion patch I did a little bit of research for, and from what I found, onions will grow well alongside a couple of different plants. And so one of the plants they apparently are carrots, and we just so happen to have those in Minecraft. So what we're going to do here, grab some carrots, keep our farmland. And so I want to grow these in rows, and I don't want to just do a simple fence like I did over there. I want to do some sort of hedge around them, I think. And so we're just going to do, I think a 6 long will look really nice. And I do think it would be easier to just hoe the land instead of trying to replace all of the blocks. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yep, that's turning back to dirt already. Just gonna feel let's make this where our water goes. And I just pretend that didn't happen. I'm very good at this. I never misclick. So now we have this. Oh, we have this laid out, right? And it's not equal. It's not equal because it's 6. Okay, I can do math. So we have this laid out now. And so if we go allium, carrot, or onion, carrot, onion, carrot, onion. I kind of want like a little path down the center, so you can walk down the center, and you can harvest all your stuff. But I put a carrot there already, so I could get rid of it, or I could put this here, and put slabs down it. Now you've got all this water, and you've got this nice little path. So for a hedge, I think I'd like to do some flowers with these flowering azalea leaves, mix in some regular azalea leaves. I think that would be very nice. First, just fill in the rest of these. And now, of course, I want those all to be nice and grown up. There. And then I think that orange and the lavender sort of the allium looks really nice together. I'm very happy with how this is turning out already. And so if we want a hedge like this, we can kind of lay it out with the leaves here. Maybe you want an exit over there. Oop. Something like this. And then you can just kind of sprinkle some more of these guys around, and I will get to the flowers in just a second. And I am making a point to make it too high right here, so it feels like a doorway when you walk through like that. So we're going to keep it like that, and then we're going to just replace some of these, just at random sort of, with these flowers, and I think that will look really nice. These almost look like, these remind me of morning glory flowers. They bloom in the morning. They're like nice little white or purple flowers, which I guess these are pink, but they're close enough. They have like a similar shape. And when you lay them out like this, it kind of looks like they're creeping up the hedge, and it looks really nice. And then that goes really nicely, that pink with the lavender and the orange there. And I'm just very, very happy with that. I think that looks very cute, very nice. Super, super happy about that. And if you have like one of those bushy leaf texture packs on that I don't right now, but I'll find one eventually. But that I think would make it look even nicer. And I think that would look really, really cute. Nice little, almost cottagecore, right? And so you've got that, you've got your carrots and your onions. It might look nice depending on the vibe you're going for, if you kind of did like random carrots and onions interspersed with each other almost. I think that would look really nice if you wanted a more like chaotic, almost looking garden. This looks really cute. I think you could even add a little bit of decoration. Like, what if you wanted, say, like a little arch? I think would look really nice. We're gonna grab our mossy cobblestone. We're gonna grab our regular cobblestone just for that variation. And we're gonna build this little archway sort of thing. Oh, what if you did like something like that? I think looks really nice. Just this little archway, you walk under it into your garden. And then you could even, I suppose, you could even do this thing. It's a bit off center. A nice little sign telling you what's in here. You go in, you almost hit your head on that, but that's okay. I think it looks very nice. Very happy with this. Let me build. Just build another archway over there, and then we'll look at it with shaders. This came out looking even better than I expected. Super happy with how this looks. And look at me in my little frog hoodie. So the third type of onion patch we're going to do today, we're going to build a little fruit tree. Because apparently, again, according to the small amount of research I did for this video, fruit trees grow well with onions. Now I don't know what types of fruit trees grow well with onions, right? But there's not a lot of them in Minecraft. Right now, at least. As far as I know, the only fruit trees that we have in Minecraft, like proper fruit trees, are apples and chorus fruit, which I wouldn't even count that as a fruit tree personally. So it's really only apples, unless, yeah, these are bushes and melons and all sorts of, I guess, does kelp count as a tree? I don't know. I don't think so. It's like a weed. Either way, apples are the only type of fruit tree that we really have in Minecraft. Making different trees in Minecraft is weird because I don't know how. So what I'm gonna do is look up pictures of apple trees that I can't show off, probably. I'm gonna grab my spruce fence, just because I think it's a good color for this. And we're just gonna be, because apple orchards, they're in like a line, and I've seen different types of apple trees. I've seen some that have like a few different bases. I've seen some that are just like tall and skinny like this. And so I haven't made a lot of trees in Minecraft. This is probably not going to look perfect. But I think we'll use like oak leaves for this. Just make a very simple apple tree, kind of fill it out with oak leaves. Something like that. I think that looks... it looks okay. It looks okay. We can work with this. We can work with this. Right? And then I think what I'm going to do with this apple tree is I'd like to use it to hide the water. And so I'd like to find something that would look almost like wood chips underneath it. And so like I think this granite kind of looks like wood chips, like you'll see under stuff like ornamental apple trees or something. Like these can be more wood chips sort of thing. Oh, and the water's going everywhere. And I just broke that. But you can have like these ornamental wood chip things around it. And I think that looks pretty nice, actually. And so then we can grow our onions around these. And I'm not an expert on farming by any stretch of the imagination, but I can imagine several reasons you would not want to have ornamental wood chips in your onion garden. Oh hey, but I think it looks nice for Minecraft. I like how they're raised just a little bit above the farmland. They look like wood chips that you've thrown on. Hey buddy, can we stay out of the garden please? I would appreciate it. Yeah, if you can just keep going. Bye-bye, bye-bye. We've got this apple tree, can kind of sit, you know, in the shade of our apple tree, smell the onions. They smell nice. And this is just, I think, really nice, but it needs something else. It needs something more around it, right? And so I thought, well, what would you put like around onions? Well, maybe we could do like this natural barrier. We could do, these almost look like herbs, right? They look like maybe, what kind of herbs do these look like? No, not that one. Stop. That's not what it looks like. But it looks like maybe basil? No, not basil. Maybe chives. I can see that looking like chives. Does grass look more like chives? I used to do a lot of gardening. Grass kind of looks like chives. And chives would go well with onions, considering that they're both like, you know, in the, oopsies, in the onion family, right? And so what if we just did like this? Can you plant grass on farmland? I think you can. Yeah. I think that looks really nice. Just like this little chive garden around it. And then maybe you have a path. Let's make a path to the apple tree, actually. And I'm really just making this up as I go along. I don't have like a preconceived plan for these builds. I'm just making them up as I go along. I'm just kind of trying to show off like the workflow of how I designed like this decor and stuff. And so like this, it's an onion garden. You've got your chives or whatever you want these to be. You've got your apple tree. You can sit here. Maybe we put a little bit more decoration. Like let's put a lantern right there. You can come, you know, with your book, sit here and just read a book, watch the trader. And maybe we want these. What if we made this into like a, oh, hello, sir. nope, not right now. And I think that looks really nice, and I think this is going to be just a very nice little detail for whatever world. And obviously you can make it bigger, maybe you can add more apple trees, like, going down, and you can expand it a little bit. But for now, I think this is a very nice little garden. Like, I would relax in here, right? I would relax, I would just kind of sip some tea, maybe eat some cute little, like, you know, cookies or something, little like flowers on them. I can just sit here and be happy and content, and it's all nice and lovely and everything's wonderful. Well, this is embarrassing. I created this cute little pig pen with a potato and like onions kind of scattered, and I completely forgot to record the entire thing. All of the video just doesn't exist. I didn't record it at all. Mildly upset. Not even that upset. I'm just kind of sad that I didn't get to share this with everyone who's watching. It was just really fun to put together. I'm just kind of sad, you know? But, moving on. Nothing I can do about it now, right? So we're just gonna look at the positive side. I have this cute little pig pen. So I wanted to try growing potatoes and onions with each other. So I made this pig pen. Because pigs eat, you know, carrots, or potatoes, onions, carrots, whatever. Kind of whatever you feed them, really. And so I designed this pig pen based off of my experience as someone who grew up on a hobby farm where we had pigs. We raised pigs, very small batches, right? Like, I think the most we ever did was 8 pigs. But we would put together these little pens for them using this really thick wire paneling. And then these brick columns that we would attach the paneling to. And so this is kind of just based off of what I am used to from my experience farming pigs. And I put the chain here to keep them from jumping out. You've got their water, and then pigs spill their water a lot. So you've got all the mud kind of around it, then it goes to the coarse dirt, and finally to the dry, packed mud. Got some dead bushes, some stones. Hey buddy, how are you? And then on the outside you've got the potatoes and the onions, like kind of randomly dispersed like this. And I think it looks really nice. I'm really happy about this. The water source is right under this slab right here. And yeah, it all looks really nice. So, for this last one, I wanted to do something different from all of these. These are all really nice, cared for farms. You got your pigs, and you're taking care of them. You've got this nice little apple tree. You've got this nice hedge that's it looks a little bit overgrown. It's kind of dirty up here, but you know, it's still like a very well cared for farm. It's all planted in rows. And you've got this. And so I wanted to do something a little bit different from all of these. And I wanted to build a little garden with a little overgrown shed. The garden's not really taken care of. Just kind of different, kind of almost dirty, but not in a bad way. Like a well-loved, a well-cared for sort of worn down. Just something that I think is very beautiful. And so we're gonna grab some spruce. I think the darker colors will work really well for this little cottage I'm going to build. And we're gonna grab some mossy cobblestone, if I can find it here. Where is it? Right here. And some regular cobblestone. I know, look. Stone Age. Lovely. Nice little advancement. So we're just gonna build a very simple cottage. And we're gonna build it kind of at a diagonal. Would look really nice. I'm not good at building at a diagonal by any means. Just this nice little cottage at a diagonal. I don't even know how we're gonna get this door to work. Oh, that worked. There we go. And maybe if we do like this, it'll look like the door's kind of hanging open, but then it's closed, and oh well. I think that looks nice. I think that will work. I think we can work with that. And so we're just gonna build out a little bit. And so then for the roof, I think we're gonna do something. We're gonna make it look a little disrepaired. Even before, maybe it was kept up, right, as best he could. But maybe he had fallen on hard times, right? And so he wasn't able to give it the love that it really needed. So we're gonna build the roof here. Just build a very simple little cottage roof very quickly, or not very quickly, because we're placing stairs, and it's hard to place stairs in this game. Maybe like that, like there. And Maybe if we put a slab there. And yeah, I think that looks very nice. And then let's just grab some planks here, and I'm gonna use these to make it a little bit easier to place the stairs in on the next few levels here. And I'm just gonna finish this off with some slabs, just to give it, you know, a little bit less of a point. So yeah, that looks like a nice little cottage. Cute little cottage. Nothing big. I think it looks nice. I think it's passing. It tells the story, kind of, or it's a good canvas to tell the story I want to tell. A blank sheet, if you will, right? And so what we need to do now is we need to make this cottage tell the story that we just came up with. And so the story of an old farmer lives in his little cottage, and he loves it very much, and so he keeps it repaired. But the roof leaked, so he had to patch it with some hay. Maybe it leaked in a couple places. It's very old, right? Maybe it's been in his family for a long time. He's had to patch the roof with some hay here and there. Maybe his grandfather, even, and his great-great-grandfather, all did their part, keeping this little cottage repaired for their children and their children after that. And that looks kind of nice. I think that works. Maybe some of the wood had to be replaced. Maybe he patched it, right? Like maybe up here he had to patch it with a different sort of wood. That looks pretty nice. I think it looks a little bit, actually, even for this story, we want it to look put together, because even if you're telling a story, you just can't just have, I think that looks much better. It still looks like a patch. You've still got those little bits, but it's a little bit more. It ties it together. It fits. It looks more weathered even too, right? It doesn't look fresh. Maybe someone installed a fireplace. It probably wouldn't be the same sort of stone. Maybe they made it out of brick. This little brick fireplace with this nice brick chimney they added. Just, keep them warm at night. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. Nice little brick chimney. Maybe even bring it up a smidge. Or we can even put a little cap at the end. A little chimney cap there. And yeah, I think that looks quite nice. So yeah, maybe this person added a chimney, and that's kept them warm during the long winters. And so you got this little cottage, and now it looks a little bit more like it has a story on it. It's been repaired, it's been kept up, it's weathered, it's old, it's got a chimney that, isn't made of the same materials as the rest of the house, but it's still very much a part of the house's story. And so now what we're gonna do, add some window panes. Maybe these windows are probably boarded up, but maybe there's still some glass left, but it's probably kind of dirty. So we'll use like a brown stained glass for this dirty, kind of dusty glass look. Put glass there. You've got some shutters hanging open. Maybe this one's closed up. And so now we've got this old little abandoned shack, and I think it looks really nice. This could be a cute little addition in the middle of, say, a forest somewhere. And we could do just a small bit of interior. And we don't want to have any light in here, because remember, this is this abandoned shack. I think moss will look nice, so what I'm going to do, probably not with magma blocks, but I'm going to add just a little bit of light in here, just because we don't want mobs spawning. And so what I think I'm going to do for that is a torch, a redstone torch, underneath this carpet. And that'll give us that little bit, you can walk over it, that'll give us that little bit of light, but it's not enough to make it look still, like it's still inhabited. Yeah, just a very simple interior, nothing too fancy. Like I said, it's abandoned. And so then we want an overgrown path. And what we don't want to do, I don't think, is we don't want to do grass, because that doesn't look like a path anymore. So what I'm going to grab is I'm going to grab some podzol here. And I'm evidently going to break the door. We're going to grab our door, coarse dirt. Get that out of my inventory. Do that. Got a little bit of like an old looking path. We could even take some of our grass, make that look a little bit more overgrown. And so that looks quite nice. That looks like a path that hasn't been in use. And so now, of course, the focus, what we're building this whole story for is the story of this guy's little onion garden. There's probably, just put that there. And so he's got this well cared for little onion garden. There's only going to be a few onions. Like, some of them have continued to grow. But so then we're going to add a couple flowers, a couple more flowers, a couple poppies. And we're going to add some tall grass again. Just kind of, weeds that grew in the garden. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to get them sort of surrounding the garden, like so. And I think we're going to replace that with some weeds. That looks pretty nice. That looks very overgrown. But so that's kind of what we have then for a little, like a decorative onion garden. Obviously, these are all decorative for the most part. I mean, you can farm the potatoes, you can farm the carrots. Can't obviously farm the onions, but it's a nice little piece that I think really will add to a world. If you give it, you know, that little bit of variety. I would love to see an expansion to the game's, to the farming system. I know there's a few mods that will do that, and I have actually played with some of them before, and I like them. I just thought it might be fun to do something in vanilla Minecraft just to show you guys what you can do with what's just kind of available to you without working with any mods, downloading Forge, anything like that. And so we're going to get a quick look at this with shaders, and then I think I'll have to say goodbye for now. So let's look at this with shaders, and then I'll say a proper goodbye. And so, unfortunately, we have come to the end, my friends. I am going to have to say goodbye until next time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to click the subscribe button, ring the bell, let me know in the comments. I have some really nice ideas for other content upcoming here, so subscribe if you want to see more of that. And thank you so much. I love you all. Goodbye.